All right. Good morning, dear students. Welcome to this session. Today, we are going to develop our debate. So for today, I am going to start by explaining a little bit of a debate, although I know you have already learned about how a debate works. So, well, I'm going to give you like a little introduction about the topic, and we are going to start our debate for today. Okay? So, well, remember that the debate, it's to it's an argument and critical thinking. So in this case, I have what is a debate? Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So debate is a structured discussion where participant presents arguments for and against a particular issue, supposed by evidence and logical reasoning. Okay, so that is a debate. So what that is what you all are going to do today. The purpose of the debate is to encourage analytical thinking, improve communication skills, and develop confidence in expressing ideas publicly. All right. So in this case, I have the debate, the structure of the debate. So remember, in this case, I am the moderator. The motion, I will present the motion next to this slide. And in the pro team, so we are supposed to have three students. However, today we just have two students in the pro team and two students in the con team. Okay, so please pay attention because I am going to explain how it works. Okay, so in the pro team, we have Karen and Adi, okay? You guys belong to the pro team. And in the con team, we have Lady and Estefania, okay? So you two guys are in the con team. So we're going to start with the, of course, with the motion. However, the first person in the pro team are going to uh, so it's going to start talking, okay? So she is going to take 3 minutes, all right? So the first person to talk in the pro team is going to take 3 minutes to, well, you are going to give like an introduction of the topic. You are going to explain the topic, and you are also going to start giving your arguments, okay? It's important that your participation lasts 3 minutes, all right? Well, so then we're going to start with the first person to talk in the cone team. So the first person in the cone team is going to also take 3 minutes to talk. And in this case, it's the same. You are going to present the topic, you are going to explain the topic, and you are going to start giving your arguments. All right? So while the first person is talking, the second and the fourth person of the cone team are going to create two questions, okay? Do you know what I mean? Yes? Okay. So while, let's suppose that Karen is going to talk first. Let's suppose. So while Karen is talking, in this point, the first person is talking, Lady and Stephanie are thinking about two questions to ask either Karen or Adi. Okay? So you're going to start thinking about two questions to ask them. All right? After that, when, for example, Lady is going to talk first in the cone team. So while Lady is talking, Karen and Eddie are going to think about two questions, okay? So, of course, the questions must be about the topic, you know? So you are going to think about two questions. Then we continue with the pro team, okay? So the third person, well, in this case, yeah, the third person, let's suppose that is Karen. Karen is going to talk after, well, sorry, lady, AD. AD is going to talk second in the pro team. So AD, you are going to take 2 minutes, okay? In those 2 minutes, you are going to keep working on your arguments. You are going to keep giving your arguments, okay? And while AD is talking, Lady and Stefania are going to think about 2 questions. Do you know what I mean? So at the end, when you finish giving your arguments, you are going to have 4 questions, okay? 4 questions. Then Stefania is going to take her turn to talk in the count team. So Stefania is going to take 2 minutes, okay? Remember, I am supposing because after the explanation, you are going to have 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes to organize your ideas, to organize what you are going to say, and to think about, okay, who is going to go first, okay? And after those 10 minutes, you are going to tell me, okay, I'm going to go first in the count team, or I'm going to go first in the second team, in the pro and in the count team, okay? Is it clear, guys? Yes? Well, perfect. After, well, you have create like 4 questions, okay? By like 2 questions here, 2 questions here, so 4 questions in the count team, and here it's the same, 4 questions in the pro team, okay? So after you finish giving your arguments, you are going to start asking, okay? So in this case, as the count team has finished talking, it's turn for the pro team to start asking questions, okay? So remember, you have 4 questions. So, for example, Karen is going to start the question, okay? It can be both of you, either of you, like Karen or Eddie, whoever. So it can be whoever you want. Karen or Eddie is going to ask her question. She can say, my question is for Estefania, okay? Or my question is for Lady, okay? You can say that. And AD, well, after you, for example, is going to ask the question to Estefania, okay? And Estefania, when she is answering, Estefania can also answer with a question. Do you know what I mean? It's like, Estefania, you give your answer, and in your answer, you are going to say, okay, so now I'm going to ask my question. I have a question for Karen or for Adi. Okay, so after that, Adi or Karen are going to answer the question, and you can do the same thing. Like, while Karen or Adi are answering, they also can ask a question. Okay? Is it clear, guys? Yes? Perfect. After that, well, these are the rebuttals. Okay? The rebuttals, well, rebuttals means that while you are answering, you can also ask a question. Okay? So, well, when we finish the discussion, because this is the main point of the debate, know not presenting the arguments. That's not the real point of the debate, okay? The real point of the debate are the questions, okay? And the rebuttals and, well, all of the discussion that you start creating with the topic, okay? That's the real discussion, that's the real debate. And well, when we have finished, of course, I'm going to be moderating the debate, and I'm going to say when you're supposed to finish, okay? After that, each one of you is going to give a conclusion, okay? The conclusion can be a conclusion of the topic, or it also can be a conclusion of this meeting, Okay, so you have two options for conclusions. Conclusion of the topic or conclusion for the meeting. All right? And well, of course, after the conclusion, we're going to finish the debate. Is it clear, guys? Do you have any questions? No? All right, perfect. Karen, are you okay? Is your internet working?
Yes, es que no, profe, ese internet está hoy picho. Se
All
traba, se
right.
apaga sola la cámara, el micrófono lo voy a activar y se queda ahí como cargando, pero pues carga.
All right, it's okay. Well, Karen, remember that in the meeting you are not going to speak in Spanish, okay? Just in English. So it's okay,
Okay,
don't worry, I will understand that. All right? So, okay, guys, are you ready for the debate? Yes? Okay. So, from now on, you are going to have 10 minutes, okay? You are going to have 10 minutes to organize your ideas. Guys, I am so sorry I couldn't do the small teams on the meeting. So you are going to use your chat, okay, like the Teams chat, to type your friend, your partner, and organize the way you are going to talk and the arguments you are going to give, okay? So the pro team, remember, Karen and AD, okay? Karen and AD, so you are going to take 10 minutes to talk about the debate. And Lady, the co team, Lady and Stephanie. As Estefania, sorry, I don't know what I am saying, Stephanie, but yeah, Estefania, you are going to have 10 minutes, okay? Well, I forgot something in this case. Remember, the motion. The most important thing in this part is the motion. And the motion for today is learning English online offers more benefits than learning it face to face. Okay? So Karen and AD say that yes, you agree with the motion. And Lady and Stefania say that no, you don't agree with the motion. Okay? So from now on, you are going to take 10 minutes. Okay? It's 8:22. You are going to take to 8:32. All right? Go ahead. Okay, dear students, we are coming back. So, have you decided who is going to talk first in each one of your teams?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
All right. AD, who is going to talk first in your group?
The introducer below is Karen.
Karen is going to talk first. So, okay. So, Karen, you are going to take 3 minutes, okay? And AD, you are going to take 2 minutes to talk. All right? Give me
Okay,
a
teacher.
second, Karen and AD. Okay, Lady and Estefania, who is going to talk first in your group?
Me.
Estefania.
All right, Estefania. Perfect. Well, give me a second. Estefania. And Lady. All right, guys. Are you ready? Okay, so now we're going to develop our great
Are you guys
debate.
aware about Albert Merobin's seventh or
What? All right. Are you okay? Are you ready? Yes. All right, perfect. So remember, the motion for this topic, for this debate is learning English online offers more benefits than learning it face to face. Okay, so we are going to start with Karen. You are going to take 3 minutes. Okay, so remember to take 3 minutes to present the topic and give your arguments. Okay, Karen, you can start now.
Okay. Are you listening? Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Okay. Um. Hello, everyone. My name is Karen Mailes Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this debate. The motion for today is learning English only offers more benefits than learning if face to face. As the pro team with the internship, AD Juliana. As the pro team, we strongly believe that only English learning provides flexibility, innovation, and global access that make it effective for students in the 21st century. Okay, and only English learning offers more benefits and flexibility and accessibility that traditional classrooms. Uh, the evidence, according to Education Date Infinity 2023, more than 70% uh, of language learns say that only learning uh, allows them to study at their own pace and still additionality. Cambridge English that only learnings practice English 23% more hours per week that um, face to face of the students. The impact, this flexibility allows people who work have familiars and or live in rural particular areas to continue learning without the time
Okay, time's
or
out, Karen. All right. Thank you very much for your participation and for giving your arguments. Well, thank you. So
okay,
now
thank you.
it's Estefania's turns, okay?
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Today I'm going to disagree with the motion. I think that studying English in person offers a more complete and human experience for me. Direct interaction with the teachers and the classmates improves pronunciation, listening comprehension, and speaking confidence. Moreover, the classroom environment fosters concentration and consistency, as it allows for immediate corrections and participation in practical activities that simulate real communication situations. This daily contact with the language creates a more natural and motivating learning process that what is usually achieved in virtual environments. Considering the points that I mentioned, according to a study that I read by Rudy Jonathan Paragas Olorzano, with undergraduate students, it was found that the face-to-face modality, according to students' perceptions, stands out as one of the most preferred due to its ability to provide direct interaction with peers and teachers. This promotes dynamic learning, active participation, and immediate feedback that strengthens oral skills development as well as greater motivation and confidence. It can be seen that the advantages of studying English in person are diverse or different and can impact students cognitively and emotionally, both the essential aspects for effective language teaching and learning. Below are some of the key benefits. The first one is that the teachers cannot be replaced by virtual instruction. They can help you at any time with confidence and charisma, something that does not happen in online English teaching, where even though they are behind a camera, the same quality and closeness as having someone next to you cannot be achieved. The second one is the immersion in the language, wherein a real context directly influences face to face conversations. Interacting from a computer is not the same as being physically present. Seeing and hearing word pronunciation without technological intermediacies creates a more authentic and effective experience. The third, in-person learning provides greater interactivity. In class, being with a group allows you to ask questions and learn from your classmates. Doubts. While this
Okay,
can be
Stephanie, time's out. Thank you very
okay.
much. All right, guys. Remember that you are creating questions, okay? So, for example, as Karen has talked, Stephanie and Lady has been thinking about two questions, okay? And as Stephanie was talking, Adi and Karen were thinking about two questions, okay? Well, we're going to keep going with the second part, with the next part of the debate of the presenting argument session. So the turn is for AD.
Okay, teacher,
So
thank you.
AD, go ahead.
Well, it's a good argument, but online platform use interactive tools that increase motivation and make learning more dynamic. So a study from It Teach Review 2022 shows that students who use tools like Quizlet, Duolingo, or Kahoot have 40% higher vocabulary retention. That those who only use print materials only course also include videos, podcasts, and games that engage students and allow personalized practice. Technology encourage autonomy, participation, and confidence. Students can repeat lessons, receive instant feedback, and communication with people around the world, improving not only English skills, but their English skills, but also their digital competence. Okay, we have another claim that is learning English only if more affordable and provided access to global learning experience. According to Forbes Education 2023, online courses cost 50 and 60% less than in-person programs. In programs like Coursera and EF English Live connect a student with certificate teacher from different countries, promoting cultural exchange and authentic communication. Only education breaks economy and geography barriers.
Time's out.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ivy, thank you very much. Well, now it's turn for Lady. So you are going to talk for 2 minutes, okay?
Yes,
Well,
okay.
go ahead.
Okay, well, after listening all your points of view, I totally disagree that learning English online offers more benefits than learning English face to face. Why do I say that? Because I have seen, is this my personal experience and opinion in this debate for why I am in this position right now. I have seen people like us studying online virtual. We know that our career is 100% virtual, and that will never beat and compare to a person that are learning English with someone face to face, like in a classroom or in a particular school, because I have seen that we are in some high level on this career and are people that barely knows how to express themselves in English. And that has shown for me that, okay, you cannot be just with what the online resources offers you, but also trying to like share that connection, that experience with someone face to face will never be that, because you will have, like my classmate just mentioned, the social interaction with someone that is close to you, maybe informal ways of saying things, expression, communication, language, like, because some people think that learning English is just vocabulary and grammar, but English is more than that. And unfortunately, in my experience, I have seen something that offers me that on a virtual environment. Nor AI, Duolingo, other resources. For me, I don't consider those things that can beat the experience of being with at least a native or a teacher, like face to face. You have more connection and somehow.
Okay,
Okay.
Lady, thank you very much. Okay, guys, you have been developing a pretty great job. So, well, so I think you already have the questions. So, we're going to start with with the pro team, okay? So Karen and AD. Who wants to ask first?
Maybe I forgot the name. Sorry, teacher.
It's okay.
Um, maybe for lady. Yeah.
So AD, you're going to ask to Lady, okay? So
Yeah.
give me a second.
Okay. Just one question or two questions?
No, a question, just a question. So you have two questions, or maybe 4 as a group, or maybe more than 4 questions. I know you can have many questions. However, in this case, you are going to just ask a question, okay? So we're going to
Okay.
give the opportunity to all of you to ask a question. After all of you have answers a questions, we are going to keep going, okay?
Okay, okay.
All
Okay,
right, so Adi, you said you are going to ask Lady.
okay. The question will be, if universe like or not successfully teach thousands of students through online programs every year, doesn't that prove that virtual education is a reliable and effective model for learning English?
I couldn't quite get the question. Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah. If universities like UNAT successfully teach thousands of students through online programs every year, doesn't that prove that virtual education is a reliable, yeah, and effective model for learning English?
Well, it depends really, because like I said, why I disagreed with the point was because of my personal experience. Virtual has, I'm not gonna deny it, yes, has some advantage, right? Flexibility, like you mentioned, and that opportunity that you can be in some places and you can just connect yourself online. But I also have another, like, to answer your question, I prepared another question for you. Since you have that point of view and mentioning those benefits that you are considering relevant and important, what if, for example, your internet connection, like we just present here today with a classmate, crashes, or you couldn't attend it because internet is not always well offering a good service like we will like to have, stuff can happen, but I just don't think that being virtually 100% will ever beat the attendance of you expending or having your time, your hour, or your day to go to a place and practice English with someone. I think that also builds confidence, like Stefania mentioned it. I have seen people that learn English or yes, by themselves online, but when they have to expose themselves to a real world with a person, they just freak out. And you don't know what to say, you don't catch what they are saying, ways of saying informal things. Like it's another world completely different for you. So it has, yes, there is some advantage. I need to recognize it, even though I participate on the disagree part. But for me, it will never beat the fact like being with someone face to face. So that is my answer.
You said you have a question, though.
Yes, I have a question.
So, okay. So, is it for AD or for Karen?
For Karen,
Okay, go ahead.
so beyond just grammar and vocabulary, as I just mentioned, true fluency is about understanding nuance, humor, and cultural context. And like I just said, it mentioned, informal way of saying things. How can an online environment replace that? Like that interaction, that contact, that confidence that you will build by having someone in front of you than you learning with an AI, for example, or I don't know, virtual online resources.
Okay. Your question is interesting. Uh, it's important to have a teacher who explains the topics to us in a real time or face to face, but the cell phones can help us find more information or grammatical about the learning topics through apps. For example, Duolingo is application uh, that have different models of the learning, the interaction, speaking, writing, listening is most important uh, practice practice uh, with the teacher or with the cell phone. No more.
Okay, Karen, do you have a question or no?
Yes.
Okay, Karen. Who
The,
for who?
Estefania.
For Estefania. Okay, perfect. Well, give me a second, Karen, sorry. Mm, perfect. Karen for Estefania. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. During the pandemic, millions of students continue learning English online. And don't you think this experience prove that virtual education can be effective and sustainably?
Okay, I think that your question is so interesting, but I think that it depends on the person, on the motivation that the person can have. For me, it's better to be face to face to the teacher because of the concentration. I think that in virtual scenarios, it's easier to lose concentration. For example, I am here and I have my cell phone next to me. So I start checking TikTok or something like that. And I think that I lose concentration. But in the classroom, I concentrate more because of the teacher it's in front of me. And I want to ask you a question. Isn't it easier to lose the concentration during online lessons where distractions like phones and social media are just a click away from us?
Okay, Stephanie, for who is your question?
It's for later.
Mm,
For me,
okay, yes, lady.
can you repeat the
Oh,
question,
for
please?
lady or for AD?
AD.
All right, AD,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, I
AD.
understand that.
AD.
Yeah, can you repeat the question, please?
Of course. Isn't it easier to lose concentration during online lessons where distractions like phones and social media are just a click away?
Okay, about the concentration. Yeah, it's a good question, but it depends the person. Mm, if you are a person that have or consider that the study is not important to have a clear interaction, yeah, or yeah, have a good and or yeah a good learning. You always have a problem with a concentration. But if you are a student that have yeah like if you can't encourage your motivation. You can't in the class. You can't have a lot of tools like a teacher that always stay with you in that classroom. So I think that is important to have a good teacher to motivate all students. Yeah, that is my answer.
All right. Well, so all of you have asked a question, and at the same time, all of you have given your answers. So that's pretty good. So we have more questions, of course. So in this case, for this second round of questions, we're going to start with the cone team. We're going to start with Lady and Estefania. So, Lady or Estefania, who wants to ask the second question? Estefania? All right. Estefania, ask your question and say for who you're asking to.
I'm going to ask to Lady. Lady?
Lady? No, AD. What?
AD.
What's
No
the name
worries.
of the other?
Yeah, AD, because Lady is in your team.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
the other student? I forgot the name. Sorry.
it's okay. It's for AD.
Okay.
So give me a second. Give me a second. Sorry for that. I need to take some notes. For AD. Okay, go ahead.
Can a computer screen truly replace the emotional connection and motivation that come from face-to-face interaction with a teacher?
Okay. Yeah. It's a good question. Yeah, I think that can replace face to face a computer because in that semesters that I had with the national university, but to distance or online, I I learned that it's important to to have a teacher, but the teacher is the crucial like topic yet because if you don't have a good teacher, you don't have a good class. So it's important to have a like understand that if you can replace that interaction face to face with your teacher, but I we talk about all people that don't have access to go to the classroom. Yeah, but yeah, I yes, I think that the people can replace a face-to-face teacher or have a teacher that encourage all time. But if you can a computer, you can like connection with that, and you can do the all things that you can do in that classroom. Yeah, in the present in the in the classroom.
Okay, AD. Do you have a question?
Mm, the other, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so AD, you would ask a question um to Lady or Estefania?
Estefania, yeah.
To Estefania, okay.
Okay, my question for Stefania will be, is face-to-face learning is better? How do you explain the success of thousands of online English programs used by top universities and companies around the world?
Taking in base on studies that I read before this debate, um, a lot of success, it is because the students have been studying before the virtual classes. For example, I have been studying English in a presential course since I was a little girl. So that's why I can talk to you like that. Um, and in the university, I don't feel the same way because sometimes the teachers doesn't respond me or doesn't they don't give me a good feedback for me. And I think that for me, the best way to learn another language is to be face to face. And what happens if your teacher have Australian accent or British accent, for example?
Okay, is that your answer, right? All right. Estefania, do you have any question? Oh no, I think you have
No,
done the you have asked
I'm
the
going to
question.
let Lady to ask
Yes,
some
exactly.
questions
Guys,
too.
you should think of more questions, okay? I told you 2 questions and 2 questions when you were giving your arguments, okay? However, while you are hitting your partners, you can also think about more questions, okay? So, well, lady.
Yes, I have a
So,
question for
o-
Karen.
okay.
If language is a tool for human connection, doesn't reducing it to a digital transition will change the way we learn?
Repeat the question, please.
If language is a tool for human connection, right? Doesn't reducing it to a digital transformation or transaction will change the way we learn? Like, because I
Okay,
gotta explain to
I
you.
believe.
Okay, sorry. It's just I want to say because we know that learning is just more than grammar and vocabulary and specific structure rules. So based on that, what do you think, like from your perspective?
Okay, I think that the English is the material is very important uh, for the learning in now. Um, for the learning in the grammatical vocabulary is necessary interaction with the teacher or internship because it's important the explained explain the vocabulary and grammatical for that sorry that have most the learning um, um no more no I'm sorry.
That's it. Okay, it's okay. Karen, do you have a question?
Yes.
I think that your question is
um
going to be for lady.
yes.
All right.
Okay. The studies show that only learns retain more vocabulary and practice more hours. How can the con team argue that face-to-face learning is more effective.
I don't know if I did get quite the question, but has been shown, yes, that online there are thousands, plenty of courses online for English and many, many languages. But the fact like it can be 2,000 students, that doesn't mean that the 2,000 students are really getting the skills and appropriate the learning or what they have seen through those online resources. Yes, it can be many because we know that technology often gives us what it can give us, but not necessarily what we need, what we truly need. Because like my classmate Stephanie just mentioned, Stefania, sorry, she said that in her experience, being in a physical environment, learning since she was a child has been more beneficial than online. In her case, in case procrastination, if you easily got distracted by your phone, she mentioned yes, that depends on your goal, right? Okay, if I'm going to learn, I'll be focusing on what I want to learn through in my computer, phone, iPad, whatever. But will never replace that. That's something that just a face-to-face offers. And it's because I have seen also the confidence you get when you practice yourself with a physical teacher. Because I don't know why just people have think that English is just vocabulary in grammar and remember difficult structures and all that. But if you go to a country and you face it, you'll see that that is more than that. There is way of saying things, informal way of saying things. We have the items like we speak in Spanish. There is also meanings or way of saying things in English. And like Estefania mentioned, what if it is Australian English, American English, British English? I can also give me as an example, when I first go out of Colombia and I landed in London, and when I heard somebody saying me bottle of water, and I was like, what are you saying? Because I don't get it. Because nobody on my learning virtual never taught me that. So there is for me will never be the experience in a physical classroom. And also because, like I mentioned before, the university has shown me that I have seen classmates in semester 8 and barely can express themselves. Is English more than just gave to an NI, do me my homework or explain me this or create the sentence if you cannot do it yourself? The way of expressing yourself, the confidence. And I just like words can't even explain how it feels to be in a physical environment and then the online. Some people just take what they get on the guides from the task and all that, and that's it. But no, there is more than that. And we know that language is a interaction that humans has been shown for years after years that is better, for me, it's better in physical. And nowadays, yes, we have many advanced technology, but it also depends on your goals and your commitment to what you want to do. Okay, I want to get better, I want to do it better, and you might get better, and you might get to the point that okay, I have like a native as a skill, you can C1, C2, and but that depends on your commitment also. So there is like, yes, beneficial, but also not that beneficial at the same time. So that is
Okay.
what I think.
Lady, thank you very much. Okay, guys, I think you have been doing a pretty good job. So right now it's time to ask like the last questions. At the end of these questions, I am going to ask you some questions. Okay, I have some questions for you since I am pretty interested in your topic. And of course, I will ask you some questions. So, I don't know, the pro team, Karen or AD, do you have any other question for the con team?
No
No?
question.
Karen, no?
I have one more question.
Okay, Stephanie? Okay. So ask the question, just ask the question, and AD or Karen can answer the question, okay? Whoever you want. Okay?
The question is, how can teachers effectively access students' engagement and understanding if cameras are off or students multitask during online lessons?
Who wants to answer, Karen or AD? Stephanie, could you repeat the question, please? Because I don't know what's going on. Okay.
How can teachers effectively access students' engagement and understanding if cameras are off or students multitask during online lessons?
Okay, AD or Karen, who wants to answer?
Okay, I think me or my partner wants. I don't have problem, but that's a valid concern. However, the solution is not go to traditional classes, but to improve digital access because my partner tell about they don't have access. Yeah, I understand the question. Is that is or is another topic? Is yeah, is the connection when people have issues about the connection?
No.
No. Can you repeat?
Stephanie.
Yeah.
No, it's how can the teacher in virtual scenarios can be engagement and understand. I think that how can the teacher be with the student to this? I don't know how to explain that. How do the teacher can engage the understanding of the student if the camera of the student is off, if he is on the kitchen or he's on the other side? I think
Okay.
So
When the
did you
person
get it? Did you get it? So
because
the way I understand is that how do you think the student will get the knowledge if he is doing anything else than paying attention, you know?
I understand that how can the teacher do when a person is distracted. For example, when stay in another team that nor is have or stay in the class. For example, when people stay in the kitchen. Yeah, that is the question, or
yes, I give that example
okay.
because sometimes on class people are cooking or are in the bathroom or something like that. It's for you to understand better.
Mm, okay. Yeah, it's a challenge that have the teachers, but it depends how can you do the class. If you do a class like interaction, for example, today I'm going to tell a class explain the topic, and then we go to we we are going to a short test, or yeah, a short test, and all students, the of mandatory is turn on the camera and do the test. Yeah, it depends on the teacher do the class, because if you are a teacher that don't have or don't do a class, interact with your students, always you don't have a like interaction with your students, but it depends on you at your class. Yeah,
Okay,
that
guys,
is my answer. Yeah.
it's okay. Do you have any other questions? No? Okay, well, now it's my turn. So, well, um, my question is for the for the pro team, for Karen and AD again, okay? So this question says, don't you think that when we learn in online environment, we tend to get distracted? So it's kind of like the same as Stephanie was talking about. However, it's kind of different. Don't you think that when we learn in online environments, we tend to get distracted? Karen, I want you to answer my question.
Okay, I don't answer that question.
Uh, well, first, Karen, and if you want to say something else, you can do it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you can compliment her. Karen, did you hear me? Are you here? Yes, I think.
Are you listening?
Yeah, kind of, yes.
I think it can be a distraction, the cell phone, but so the teacher have to keep an eyes or attention the students that we are pay attention the topic or uh, uh, or learning that the English or other material uh, the teacher on uh,
Supervise.
supervision that the students pay attention. Ay, esta cámara sí. Uy.
Okay, Karen, it's okay.
Sorry. Ay.
AD, do you want to answer, to give more opinions about the question?
Yeah, just a light argument that answer.
Okay.
Motivation, yeah, is a problem. Don't come from online learning itself, but I think they come from per courses design. We online this education include interaction. How can I say it? Like games and feedback? It actually increases engagement. Also, universities like UNAT, yeah, in Colombia have proved that with tutoring, flexibility, and personalized feedback, students stay motivated and even perform better. So online learning isn't less effective. It's more adaptable and motivating when done with the right methods. Yeah, that is.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, so my second question is for the counting. Okay, so give me a second, please. Well, so the question says, don't you think that a student can learn in the same way on an environment field if the teach than face to face if the teacher uses different teaching strategies? Lady or Estefania? It doesn't matter. So any of you can answer. However, as I said before, if Estefania can answer, or well, you can answer, and after that, if Lady wants to add something else, it's okay. Okay. So who wants to answer first?
Me.
Okay, Estefania, go ahead.
For me, it doesn't matter if you prepare the best class ever. There will be always a student who is not paying attention, and I think that face to face is easier to pay to solicitate. How do you say solicitar?
Yeah, solicit,
Sorry,
to apply. Well,
to
no,
apply respect for respect.
yeah.
Face to face, the teacher can say to you, please pay attention. But in virtual environments, I think that is not the same way because you can turn off the camera, you can go out, and you can still in the call. Sometimes I did it on the meetings that I have been in the university because of my work. I think I attend the meeting on the cell phone and I leave the cell phone next to me and I continue doing my job. And that's because I think that it's better to be face to face.
Okay. Lady, do you want to add something?
Yes. Um, being face to face for me offers more like confidence, right? But when some like you all of you have been saying, like when you are learning through virtual environment that you can get easily distracted, that depends really also in the person's goals, or how much do you want to how much effort do you want to put on this. Because yes, I can have my phone right next to me, but if I want to attend and I want to learn, I'll be focusing on that. That becomes the problem when I even don't pay attention to my phone and I'm 100% focusing on online, on the meeting, on the class, and I try to participate and I turn on my cam and I am focusing and I still don't get it, because it can also happen. That is why we have the traditional methods of in education, right? And it can be many, because out there is many methodologies of way of learning nowadays. But what if I am even putting my effort and my best and trying really hard, and I still don't have that? Okay, I'm understanding, I'm actually learning. Okay, I can have a conversation with someone now. I feel confident, I have that skill, I have more knowledge. That is the problem. That is what I was on the other side of the room, because for me it is better to be in face to face. Even I can, like right now, I have my phone next to me and I could turn on my off my camera and be on my phone, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. But what if I'm even putting attention, taking notes, participating, but isn't clear for me? So that is when it comes the problems of, and also it's good to know what is the best way for you to learn? Because for you can be better online methodologies. For you can work, but what if it doesn't work for me? So that is also depends on the way you learn. So it's nice to recognize and know what works for me, what is better for me. And feedback, yes, if it is online, it can be games, it can be rewards, it can be many things, but I'm actually really learning. That's the thing.
Okay. I have a like a rebuttal for you, for your team, for Lady and Stephanie. So my next question is, what about the students who learn in face-to-face environment, but they don't pay attention or they don't learn? So what about those students? Because you were saying that we learn better if we go to a face-to-face environment. But we all know that there are students who, even if they are in a face-to-face environment, they don't pay attention. They get distracted. So what about those students? Okay, Lady.
Answer?
Yes, sure.
That's the same thing that I just mentioned in vice versa when it comes to online learning. It could happen and it happens all the time. Physical environment has also people that are there, but just being there. They are not actually wanting to learn or willing to learn. And I consider that as a future teacher that I won't deal with those people because I'll be more focusing, okay, yes, you have to be supported and okay, you might have problems, you might have could be many things, right? But we know when somebody really are not interested on learning or like actually having the the attitude to learn, like I want to learn. There will be also persons that are sitting there but butterfly and got distracted. That also happens. But I think that is most in the on the person's personality and actually goals and all that. Because I can't, like I said, for me, I can be in a physical environment also and be distracted. The talking one, doing everything else except to paying attention, messing with the class, and many things. But I think that depends really in the on the person. Like if you really want to learn, you'll be trying or doing your best to attend the class. If you are not interested, you will see a butterfly, you will be distracted. A beer, you'll be distracted. It can be also in online. You can be focusing, or you can either being just there, not participating, not do nothing, just because okay, I need the points. I am here, not paying attention really. Just being present, but not actually participating or saying, okay, I am learning. So I think that depends really on the persons. Because like you said, teacher, it can be physical environment, but also get distracted. It can be physical environment, but you really don't want to learn. So I consider that as on the person's will. I don't know what if my classmate has something to say.
And I think that that's why we are studying different methodologies. I have seen in my pedagogical practice that my students are more emotional or paying attention if I do gamification. I did a game named Bucket, and my students really love it. And all of the students were participating, were happy. And I think that it is important to the teacher to study the different strategy to to receive the attention of all the students.
Okay, well, Stephanie, I had another question. However, you have answered it. So uh, I'm going to ask the question, but the question will be for AB and Karen. Okay, so it was a general question. However, as I said before, Stephanie has answered the question before I asked it. So, Adi and Karen, do you think that learning strategies will help students get concentrated?
Teacher, can you repeat the question, please?
Um,
Do you think that learning strategies will help students get concentrated?
Mm,
I think the will using a cell phone or computer on table for the teaching can be a distraction. Uh, there are very useful tools that help with learning and understand English in the specialty for the grammatical, listening, and speaking because the abilities, the English are very important that interesting the English. Um, no more.
That's it. Okay, lady, do you want to add something else? No? Is that all? Well, guys, perfect. You did a pretty great job. So now we are going to do the last part of the structure of the debate, okay? Of the debate structure. So in this case, you are going to think about the conclusion, okay? So you are going to take a minute. You're going to take a minute, just a minute. I'm going to set the timer to hear your conclusions, okay? So you will give your own conclusions. So guys, give me a second because I am finishing reading it. Just think about the conclusion meanwhile, okay? You will take a minute to give it. And please raise your hand when you are ready to participate. It doesn't matter the order you participate, okay? Okay.
Can I start saying my conclusion?
Oh, give me a second, please. Give me a
Okay.
second. Okay. Lady, you can start now. But oh wait a minute. I'm going to set the timer. Sorry, I forgot. My God, where is it? All right, now, sorry.
Can I start now?
Yeah.
Okay, an online platform can give us convenience and access, which it was designed for, right? But what we truly need to learn language is deep human interaction and shared cultural space face to face. Classrooms provide that essential human connection and context that technology just strips away from us.
Is that
Yes.
okay? Your last 24 seconds, so it's okay.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I want to be the next one, teacher.
Oh, I think 80 is it is turns. So you
Okay.
could be after, you could go after AB, okay? Give me a second, please. Okay, AB, go ahead.
Okay, teacher. To start learning English online offers flexibility, innovation, affordability, and access to global opportunities that traditional classrooms cannot always provide. The digital has transformed education, and today students can learn anywhere, anything, using platforms that adapt to their individual needs. Mm, Online English programs encourage autonomy, motivation, and critical thinking, and preparing students not only to communicate in English but also to participate in a globalized digital society. So, furthermore, online learning reduces geographical and economic barriers.
Stop.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, AB. You have given a good conclusion. Okay, Estefania, go ahead.
Okay, for me, both of the English learning are useful for specific situations. In-person education provides real interaction and immediate feedback. And on the other hand, online learning offers flexibility and accessibility for people with limited time or resources. For me, instead of seeing them as opposites, it is better to recognize that both of them can complement each other. Each one can be useful depending on the learner's needs, goals, and personal circumstances. That's all, teacher.
Okay, Stephanie. Mhm. Mm, Karen, I think. Oh my God. Wait a minute, I got confused. Karen, no, lady. Oh, okay, yes, Karen.
Okay. In conclusion, this class has helped us understand not only how to debate, but also how to analyze ideas critical and support them with evidence. Through discussing the motion, uh, learning English only offers more benefits in that learning it face to face. We realized that debating uh, is not about winning an argument, uh, about uh, respecting a different perspective and opinions, and communicating and effectively. Personally, I learning that only education,
Karen,
especially.
time's out. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Well, guys, you have done a really great job. So congratulations to all of you. I think after I finish the class, I will grade your debate task. Okay. Thank you very much for being here, for participating. And it was pretty good to have you here. Well, that's all for today. And I think we have finished for today. Okay. See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thanks,
teacher.
teacher.
You're
Bye.
Thank you,
welcome.
teacher.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
See you.
Have a great day. Thank you. See you.